Hey, welcome back to Bean's Ball Card Blog on YouTube. I got a somewhat quick video. I tend to say that, and then they tend to be 10-15 minutes because I like to hear myself talk, but it is what it is. So something I want to start trying to do is kind of get out the word about some other channels on YouTube that maybe y'all don't know about. In a lot of cases, y'all will, and I want to try to, I did a hockey video a few days ago, and I mentioned a hockey channel, and I want to try to keep with that. The one I'm going to mention now, though, isn't really going to fit in with any videos I do, because I don't know that I'll be doing anything basketball related anytime soon. I opened, the Prism Mega Box, or a Prism Mega Box, a couple of weeks ago, but I don't know that I'll be doing any more basketball. So this channel is Run Good Life, RunGoodlife, and I'll put a link down below in the video. I've known James for a couple years now. We've worked together on some things, and he pulled, from the Panini Prism draft, he pulled one of the Zion Williams 1/1 autographs. But he does a lot of box breaks on his channel, so if you enjoy watching box breaks, if you enjoy basketball and you haven't subscribed yet, give his channel a look. But I'm looking right now, and I believe he says, oh yeah, it says on there which one has the Zion 1/1. So, pretty easy to find. I'm not a big basketball person, but, I like knowing about what else is going on in the hobby. I listen to some basketball podcasts. So yeah, give him a look. Run Good Life. And if you like what he does and you comment, tell him I sent you over. And say hello. All right. So as I'm titling, excuse me, as I'm titling this is a, future Hall of Famer Slab ? Because this gentleman has been a candidate, I should say, or he was eligible for the Hall of Fame from the time it opened, yet he is still not in the Hall of Fame, and probably should be. I'm guessing what it is that his career was too short. He was great for a little bit, but not good long enough, which seems to be what guys like Dale Murphy are running into. But I picked this card up in Tobacco Row. I've kind of burnt out on the T206s. The good thing about T206 collecting is that most everything is out there and available as long as you have the funds. But what kind of got a little boring to me is that everything is pretty much out there and available as long as you have the funds. There's really not a whole lot of chase aspect to it, because though T206 is the preeminent pre-war set, it's the one that everybody, if somebody knows, they know the T206, but there's so much of it out there. You can check out Pre-War Cards website, and he's done, some articles on how much he thinks is out there. If I recall correctly, that's kind of what he did. But yeah, it's just, there's so much of it. I've got burnout, and I haven't bought a bunch lately. So, but what I did buy in Tobacco Row was a slab card of a potential future Hall of Famer. Let's do this. I don't know. Let's have some fun with it. So, as you can tell, we're getting in there. So it's a tobacco card. It's getting smaller. And there you go. The N28 RL, otherwise known as Bob Carruthers card. So if you don't know who he is, I am going to read for you from Wikipedia. Always there, sometimes accurate. I'm just going to read like his opening, paragraph blurb just to give you an idea of who he is. Robert Lee Carruthers, 1864 to 1911. Nicknamed Parisian Bob, was an American right-handed pitcher and right fielder in Major League Baseball who played primarily with the St. Louis Browns and Brooklyn Bridegrooms. Maybe I should show this while I'm reading. The star pitcher on 5 league champions in a 10-year career, he was the top pitcher in the American Association, leading that league in wins and shutouts twice each, winning percentage 3 times, and earned run average once. His 175 wins in the association were the second most of any pitcher, and his league RA of 2.62 was the lowest of any pitcher with at least 2,000 innings in the league. He was also the only pitcher to have 40-win seasons for 2 different association teams. His career winning percentage was the highest of any pitcher prior to 1950, with at least 250 decisions. Some sources recognize him as having compiled the highest winning percentage of any pitcher with at least 200 decisions, and retired as of 2006 in Major League history. So obviously it would be a veterans thing. There are definitely a lot of these guys that are from that pre-war era that, you know, probably should be in. I mean, come on. This guy dominated. You go pull up his stats. He had 240-win seasons. Like I said, he ended up his career with a 2.83 ERA, 218 wins, 99 losses. I don't understand WAR, but I think that 59.6 WAR is pretty good. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't understand all these newfangled fake stats. But the dude won 40 games twice, 30 games another year, 29 games twice, and 23 games. And then an 18 and a 7 and a 2. But he did only pitch from 1884 to 1892. So maybe that's what's holding him back. So probably not going to be a Hall of Famer. But I knew the name as soon as I saw this come up in Tobacco Row. So I decided, all right, what the heck, you know, I did a little research. The price was, you know, the price was market value, so I was good with doing it. I knew who the seller was, so I went ahead and picked him up. So, in addition to showing that, I will show you that he goes along with, I have another N28 that I picked up at Rich Klein's synagogue charity show in August. I wasn't doing a lot of videos then, so you know, I never showed this off. I picked this up. I picked up this along with 4 other T206s that were all graded. And this one is Timothy Keefe. Love the card. Has good eye appeal. It's only a 1.5, and the reason it's only a 1.5, if you look right below his nose there is actually some paper loss there, paper loss here, paper loss here. From a distance, you don't really notice it. You know, it kind of stinks, but as I've said on these cards that have damage like this, kind of like my Christy Mathewson T206, if they didn't have this damage, I wouldn't have these cards because the price on them would be much higher, you know, than I would be willing to pay for them. So some damage, and especially usually some back damage, some back paper loss, knocks these things down to 1s, and they look good on the front, and I love it. I know at one point I had to have done a video on my T206 Tris speaker. Go back and see if you can find it. It is a PSA 1, but it is the most beautiful PSA 1 I can imagine to me. But I own it. I like it. I'm biased. So anyway, male, old male, not even male, just old. But yeah, so now, wait, are these the same set? Yeah, they are. Right? Right? I don't know my Ginter real well. Yes, they are the same set. Just graded. They looked a little different in the image, with one being a portrait, one being a picture. Just wanted to make sure. But anyway, I know you've seen a lot of new stuff from me lately, but I do obviously still like the oldies. They're goodies. And I have some more oldies about non-baseball. I have a non-sport mail day, you know, coming here sometime soon, and this tobacco cards. And also a T36, which is the auto driver set that I'm working on. I've picked up 3 different pairs of cards in the last, I don't know, couple of months, and I will be showing those off to you sometime soon. So anyway, I hope you have a great Thursday night, or whatever night it is when you actually watch this. God bless. Happy collecting, y'all.